This January has been one of the coldest months ever in our region, and it certainly seemed to put the real estate market on ice. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, and if you're living or looking in Stonegate or Naples Manor, there is no better place to keep up with what's going down in real estate than right here. Our neighborhoods had updates on just 4 properties this month, including 2 new listings and 2 coming soon. That's a pretty short list, but it's an interesting one, so let's get moving. We'll start off with 14004 Northwind Drive. It's a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,400 square foot split level in Stonegate. It went straight to active on January 16th, listed at $635,000, and they were still at that price at month end after 15 days on market. 14212 Notley Road is a 5-bedroom, 2 full and 2 half bath, 2,400 square foot colonial. Now it's technically in Stonegate, but it's on Notley south of Bonifant, so not really in the core part of the neighborhood. They popped up as coming soon on January 25th and active on the 31st, listed at $720,000. Then we have 14513 Notley Road, a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,400 square foot split level, also located on Notley, but north of Bonifant in Stonegate proper, and backing to the forest and creek there. They popped up as coming soon on the 29th and will be active before this hits your mailbox, listed at $649,900. Now, it's not easy selling a house with a pool in winter, but at this price, I'm thinking we'll have an update on this one pretty soon. And last up, 14816 Stonegate Terrace, a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,000 square foot colonial in Stonegate. Sorry, Naples Manor, no houses for you this month. Now, this one went coming soon on January 15th and is scheduled to list, well, also before this hits your mailbox, with a list price of $700,000. Now let's shift to a wider look at the Cloverleigh and Colesville market. The headline this month is that prices continued their downward trend. Year-over-year prices turned negative back in October, but they accelerated their decline to 1.7% in January and are off 2.3% from their peak last March. I think there's more to go here, but I do see the pace of the decline slowing in the future. New listings were actually surprisingly high given the weather. The 31 new listings in January was actually up 55% from last year, and contracts were similarly up. The 33 contracts signed in January were up 65% over 2025. Closings were down by almost 20%, but closings are actually a lagging indicator, so that says more about December than it does about January. The listing failure rate, though, remains quite high, with 26.7% of listings giving up instead of selling. That might have a lot to do, though, with the time on market. Sellers, and sadly the vast majority of agents, had gotten so used to properties selling in their first week on market that they don't know what to do when the average home is now taking 48 days to go under contract, which may also explain why the average home that does sell is getting 5.5% less than its list price. Now, as for mortgages, the average 30-year fixed-rate loan flirted with 6% mid-month, but ended the month at 6.16%. Now, if these stats are concerning to you, well, they should be. Homes are still selling, but the ones that don't prepare and position themselves well for this market are getting punished. That's why Hagan Realty has its Placelift program, where home sellers can get up to $50,000 to prepare their home for market and not pay till closing. It's just one of many reasons why Hagan Realty has been beating the market on every metric. So remember, if you or one of your friends or neighbors are looking to buy or sell, give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty in Stonegate, Naples Manor. You'll be moved.